Fred's got to wait to have his dinner now because he's been forced into a unbanned challenge. That's hilarious. Go. The challenge has begun. Computer normal versus Fred in this unbanned challenge on Booty Bay, chosen by Overclocked. So Fred has 25 minutes to defeat computer normal, and that's going to include all of the buildings. So Fred is going to have to build a decent orc army with probably a few demolishers behind it, so he can certainly siege down the enemy. This should be quite feasible. The map isn't too large. Computer's normally not very smart on this map. It will typically get stuck sort of halfway and then won't know how to commit to the end base. So as long as Fred concentrates on creeping, maybe taking an early expansion, then he should have the resources to push through and finish the computer. So, how did this even come to be? Well, we played a riot code TD, and I got salty and upset because essentially I was having very bad luck in the whole experience, so I wasn't able to go through to the end. So I decided to throw down a Frogger map and said if anyone can beat me, then they get to choose who gets banned. Overclocked actually lucked out and managed to beat me in it because a Banshee got super high collision size when I went next to it, even though it shouldn't have happened. It killed my Murloc, which then set me back. So Overclock fluked out on that map and is in this position now to choose Fred. This shouldn't even be happening, to be honest, because he shouldn't have even been able to be so lucky to get that. But typically, knowing my luck, which is so bad, it allowed Overclock to come through, which is obviously worst case scenario. But for some reason, Overclock decided to pick Fred as the unbanned, or the banned, the one who must get unbanned. And Fred has dinner, but he's going to have to put it off until he's beaten this. So we have Farseer with Fred. He's stopped his peon collection. There's no barracks yet. There's no more peons. Is he going to go double barracks or something into headhunters and then into demolishers? I could see that. He almost went over to the left, but there's absolutely nothing over here. This is a super, super large, weird map. It's small, but it's large. Like, you'll see what I mean. Like, there's kind of this clunky, long path. And there's a lot of empty space. I guess that's supposed to be for, like, Zeppelin drops. It was the intention of creating, like, such a large space here. Because you can purchase Zeppelins here. You've got Ogre Camp over here. Fred has to deal with the first bunch of trolls. He's pulling back with Supreme Micro. Using the spirits. Oh, he's straight teching, is he? I wonder if he goes like mass. Yes. Well, he's not obviously an experienced melee player, is he? But he's doing okay. You know, leave him alone. There's not too much to criticize right now. Other than the burrow thing, yeah. But that can happen. Maybe it's because he just doesn't know what he's doing. He's making it up as he goes. Obviously, computer's just like chilling. He's not going to do much for a while. And if he does, he's going to move very slowly in one large collection group. With Feral Spirit, Fred really should be able to creep at least the first 2 green camps without any units easily. Why is your caps lock on, Fred? So, you have 4 peons on lumber. That's really not going to leave you much lumber by the time you reach... I don't know why Overclock banned you either. Like, what did you do to upset him? Why did Overclock feel the need to actually take his wrath out on you? Also, computer's moving out a bit quicker than I thought. Although it is only a green camp. Look at that ninja picking up the item instantly. You're going to have to pick up the pace here, Fred. The computer's on the move. You got claws of attack +6 though. That's really nice. So this will be played before the patch comes through, most likely. Because there's some changes that make claws of attack +5 instead of +6. So that's why you're seeing a +6. Is it might be played on the previous patch. Oh, Mantle of Intelligence. Such nice items. What a great start for Fred. Surely nothing can go wrong. So 20 minutes left for Fred. Plenty of time to get going. Although his unit It's a bit strange that he's decided. I get the fast tech, but you can't do much with the low level of peons, so you may as well be building grunts anyway. It's pretty hard to criticize though, because he's not really a melee player, so as much as I can sort of critique everything he's doing wrong, it's not really because he's doing it wrong deliberately, if that makes sense. It's just the way it goes. His intentions are probably all over the place. It's like, should I build units? Maybe I should. No, I'm going to tech now. But oh yeah, I could have built units. Alright, I'll build a barracks now. Oh, but no, I don't have enough lumber for the stuff I got teched. Like, I know how that feels because I've also played melee. And sometimes you sort of have an intention to take an expansion, but then your opponent stops it, but you've built too many peons, so you've got you got too much lumber. But if you tech, then you've wasted the potential for that lumber to be spent on an expansion. I'm not sure what's going on with his gold mine. There is a build order, yeah, but I'm not the type of player to follow a build order, and I doubt Fred is either. I've always just played off the cuff. Like, I might have like a relative build order in the sense of the very start, like how to build headhunters, but beyond that point I just make it up. There's no specific tier 2 or tier 3 gain or tier 2.5 for me. I just basically make it up as I go. You want to summon your feral spirits in advance before attacking Fred, because it's got a fairly large cooldown, so at least when they die you can summon them again. But this is pretty good pullback micro actually. It messes with the trolls a little bit. Potion of Invol, that's okay, it doesn't do much though. Wow, Paladin level 2, Mantle, Prot. He's got 2, 4, 6, 8 footmen and 3 rifles behind. He's looking stronger than you are right now, Fred, to be honest. You got 1 too many peons in the gold mine, maybe 2 too many peons in the gold mine. If you take an expansion now, you'll still be okay, because you've got 18 minutes left to soak up the gold. The expansion takes 2 to 3 minutes to go up, but once it's up and you've got 5 peons in there, then you'll basically be able to make profit within about a minute. Easily within a minute. So you lose about a few minutes, but then every minute after that the expansion's paying off. Computer's doing really well actually. I'm surprised. Normally he's way more derpy. Maybe it's because it's a human player, and human players are smarter because it's a harder race to play. He's actually creeping experience. That could have gone to Fred. He's got the Wander the Wind. I'm starting to wonder if this is an actual player that joined my game and went under the ruse of computer normal. That would be like the ultimate troll. Is there actually be a player with that name? You used to be able to do that with the name spoofer. And then you just sort of move clunkily, as if you are a computer, but you're not really. Yeah, what's the watchtowers for, Fred? I think he's maybe listening, and because I'm talking about how good the computer is, he's panicking and building some defense. Fred, you realize this is a time limit for you to destroy the computer's base, not to frickin' defend your base. Like, if he's attacking your base, you're basically in trouble anyway. You have to think full-on aggression. You're getting wyverns, which are good, and they can be used to manipulate, but really hard versus rifles. You have to get a super mass. I'd suggest a shredder if you could afford it, and then you could easily have enough lumber. 16 minutes left. Wand of Illusion is such a trash item to get from that creek camp, my goodness. And he gets Wand of the Wind. Or Wind of the Wind, as Neo likes to say. Khazragor. I'd suggest getting the Tauren Chieftain for the Endurance Aura to move faster, as well as for like Shockwave to destroy buildings. Because you probably will need it. 15 minutes left now. The pressure's starting to build up, to be frank with you. So, you've got no expansion. If you build an expansion now, it's going to take a while to get a peon over there. You probably won't start profiteering from it until like 9-minute left mark. Which would still make it worth it, but... you got to do it now, basically, if you're going to do it. And you should have already done it about 5 minutes ago, to be frank with you. Poor Fred. He's probably being yelled at by his girlfriend as well, saying, "Dinner's going cold!" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm just trying to get unbanned. This streamer's banned me. He won't let me play until I've got unbanned." Oh, okay then, I understand. What's the computer up to? Oh, right, he overreacted because you had an illusion in there. It's like a Monty Python reference almost. Well, we got the peon going. That's good. Better late than never. So 14 minutes. I'll be interested to see when you put that down. We can almost use the timer as a stamp. Obviously you need the resources. So there we go. 1424. Try to remember that. 1424. And then once he's got 5 peons and he's got, say, 100 gold left in the mine, then he's definitely paid off for the Great Hall. Looks like the AI... You could probably put 1 wyvern in the AI's base and mess it up quite significantly. So yeah, this is a good move with the wyverns. But don't forget that you're going to want to destroy his buildings as well. So you need to beat his army, but once you've beaten his army, you really need siege. Like, you don't need units anymore in that sense. So you're aiming at either demolishers or more likely raiders, because raiders are quicker. And they also siege, and you'll get pillage, so you can actually build more. So you would almost, if you're really forward planning, and you have a couple of peons spare, bring a couple of peons from your main base to where your farseer is, so you can build some bestiaries nearer to the computer base.
Players' forces are under attack.
Wow. That's 2000 IQ from Fred. You're going to get some good experience, but make sure you're using your hero at the same time, Fred. So check for his expansion or harass his main base with your hero. I guess you don't want him to go anywhere. Although he's used his town portal already. See how much experience you get for that. Yeah, knocked up to level 4. So Great Hall is still going. We were at 1424. You're going to get a lot of experience. Oh my goodness, those footmen actually might beat your wyverns. Because they got defend. Those wyverns are losing to defend footmen. That's brilliant. Holy smackerel. Countered by the footmen, not the rifles. To be fair, defend does cost like 150 gold and 100 lumber. It's way too expensive. Okay, so more wyverns. Now you've got demolishers coming, which is fine. I'm fine with demolishers or raiders. You're at 53 food, though. You'd be better off cancelling one of the wyverns, I think. Because you're not making so much gold. This is now up, so 1424 to 1154, if we just say 12 minutes. So it's 2.5 minutes to get the expansion up, basically. Oh, wow. Fred's got a really good thing going for him now. Because he's definitely got dominance over the computer. With the Farseer leveling up more and more, and he's going to have Chain Lightning to deal with the units. Got to be careful though, because wyverns do go down quite easy. Luckily, the hero's not back for the computer, because the wyverns do give a lot of experience. They're called flying experience tomes. So you didn't have any peons brought over, because you got too much lumber. You may as well use these spare peons and bring them over for the gold mine. But anyway, whence that reaches. I mean, Fred's doing good here. He's on point, considering he had a slow start. He's got dominance over the computer. That's the main thing. Once you got dominance over the computer, he's just not going to put up any real fight. He's just going to panic and waste your time. So it just comes down to whether you can destroy the buildings in 10 minutes, which I think you should be able to. Okay, so almost got the gold mine sorted. And it was 1424. So if we say 4 minutes, basically, and that's if you don't bring peons in advance, to actually get value from the gold mine. And then anything beyond this point. This should be a series, Witty's chat versus computer. Well, it's been done before in these unbanned challenges. This is more of a simpler style. Fred went with level 3 chain lightning, actually. Unless he got fast sight, because he's going to panic. You got 10 minutes left, Fred, so you got loads of time. Doing good. You're going to earn that dinner. Oh, no. The experience goes to the paladin. He's not going to be able to fight back, is he? As long as he's still getting rifles, but he's going for footman for some reason. Sees wyverns, goes footman. Fred's struggling to control his wyverns and his hero at the same time, so he potentially could lose it to the rifle over here. There's quite a few more backup units coming. No, human is not OP. Nothing about human is OP. Just try playing it on ladder, and then you'll see. Oh! This wyvern's not going to last. Oh, the rifle! So Fred has actually been pushed back. He didn't purchase any healing sales from the Voodoo Lounge. So he's not got any healing for the fast seer. But at level 5, his natural health regeneration isn't too bad. Because he's got a fair few points in strength. And each point increases your health regeneration by 0.015 or something like that? Or is it 0.15? 0.05 actually, maybe. So you need 10, 20 strength, so you have 1 health per second at least. Which doesn't sound like much, but it is still ticking up, as you can see. Tauren Chieftain on the go. More demolishers. We're looking at 8 minutes soon. No arcane, the arcane vault here. The human is decided not to go arcane sanctum, which is odd, because normally the computer is like obsessed with getting like one of every single unit. But Fred's attacks with the wyverns must have messed him up. He's going to spend his resources on another. Fred, looking almost ready to go again. Probably waiting for his hero though, potentially. Got envenomed spears, so he's still quite invested in these wyverns. Yeah, there's no value from the workshop at the moment. This computer's been knocked back a bit. He's almost... he must be going to build a farm now or something. Because he's at 54 out of 54 food, which is not a good place to sit at. So there must be some reasoning behind this. Unless, you know, the farm is all the way over here that he intends to build, so it's not going to get built until a peasant reaches that point. So again, that's another sort of issue with certain maps, messing with the AI of the computer. Fred has cottoned on to this with his stream sniping ways. Computer does cancel it, so at least he gets his gold back. Or did he cancel it?
A player's forces are under attack.
Archmage second. So Paladin first, Archmage second. Oh, look at this. Fred is not messing around. 70 food versus 53 food from the computer. Some suicidal units charging in to defend a position that's already gone past. Is he going to go all the way up there before he actually responds to what he's seeing? Wow. There we go. Now he's responding. He's lost like most of his units though by the time he's done that. Wyvern DPS is strong. Demolishes with the upgrade though for burning oil. 6 minutes left though for Fred. The army seems to be mostly dealt with. But it's the buildings now. 6 minutes to destroy the building. I think Fred is on point now. He's got a few demolishes. He's got strong heroes. Endurance or wyverns doing their damage.
A player's forces are under attack.
Level 1 Archmage is dead. Surprise, surprise. I didn't know the poison went back. That's cool. So the whole weapon gets thrown back. Computer basically only has militia left. Oh, here you go. You got a mortar team. That will solve the computer's problems. In comes the computer. Oh, those demolisher hits are so chunky. Militia's just going to feed the experience of these heroes, which will actually enable Fred to kill quicker. He might have got an Earthquake, actually. Because Farseer can obviously do that. This computer's dealt with. There's no building being hidden, so it's really just what you see now. I think Fred is on point. 4 minutes. Should be fine. A rocky start, but manages to bring it forward. Fred, the expert melee player, showing us how it's done. You've earned your dinner, Fred. And you've earned the respect of the community. Being banned means nothing to you. You shrug it off and remove it in one fell swoop. 3 minutes 55. Nicely done. Fred was banned and then unbanned within 22 minutes, basically. So you're not going to get a series out of this one, I'm afraid. But at least Fred did earn it, so good job there, Fred. Right. I'm off to go have my sausage and chips. I'll see you guys on Tuesday for more trash. Take care. Well done, Fred. Sorry for holding up your dinner. See you later. That's still not the air level, though. It just ends if the other team lose. That's disappointing. Then what's that air level that killed us? Dunno. What a dog shit map. I'm disappointed. There's too much reward for like the lottery. They should remove the lottery and have the mini games only pay up to like 60 gold max. Maybe 50 gold max. You can't have like sometimes people getting like an extra 100 gold or 200 gold in a tower defense. It's way too much. So, with that in mind, because I'm so angry, I'm going to create a Frogger Extreme. And this will be a race to the finish. If anyone is able to beat me, the person to reach first place will get to choose who gets banned. Yeah, I think he's already made it. I can't even see properly. Yeah, I think he's got it. You had a very lucky run, I gotta say. Definitely very lucky. So who do you choose to ban overclocked? Ban Fred. Fred's not even done anything wrong. Why does Fred get banned? It could have been Legolas. Random pick noob. Why is Fred getting banned? He's not even done anything wrong. You just want to see Booty Bay. Okay, so what's the time limit for Fred to beat? 25 minutes max? 30 minutes is a lot for a normal computer. It needs to be more of a challenge. I'd say something between 20 and 25 minutes. Okay, 25 minutes. I don't know how this happened to you, Fred, honestly. I don't. Your 25 minutes begins now, Fred. I'll be back in a moment. Also, what race do you want the computer to be overclocked?